So hi, welcome to the Good Noise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
And we're here with
Adea, Pretty Criers.
I'll ask her some questions today about their new self-titled EP. So congrats on that, by the way. How do you feel about the response to it so far?
It's been awesome. I'm really excited. People seem to like it, so couldn't be happier than that.
Hell yeah. I enjoyed it.
Yes, I too enjoyed it.
Also.
So is there any reason why you chose this to be your self-titled EP? And is there any meaning behind the cover art?
Yeah, so the cover art was actually a piece that Billy Reimer, our drummer, he kind of was like, what if you just kind of did a weird performance with a lot of makeup? And I was like, okay, wait, hold on. And so I sat in my bedroom and just like put makeup all over my face until I couldn't physically get more makeup on my face, because the name Pretty Criers in itself is kind of like this facade of like preserving some sort of beauty in emotional vulnerability. So what do you do with makeup is like you enhance your beauty. So what if I take that substance and I make it like the most vile that I possibly can? So that still is from that performance.
Wow.
That's really sick.
Yeah.
I like that a lot, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about your writing process for this EP?
Yeah, so I write I just started writing during the pandemic. I'm really new to the music world, and basically I met Andrelea, my bassist, and she and I kind of have this thing where like I'll bring her just like the weirdest progression of chords because I can't really play the guitar, and I'll be like, okay, I'll do this and then it's supposed to like feel like this, and she's like, okay, shut up, I know exactly what you're talking about. And then I'll come up with a vocal melody. And the EP, what you're seeing is the range that I think that Pretty Criers is like kind of coming out of our original writing with. So we have a hard rock song, we have a more pop hooky song, we got a love song, and then we have something like really mellow and Midwestern. And that's kind of the things that started inspiring us to write together. So I like having that conglomeration of things.
Oh yeah. I did notice that range when I was listening through the EP. So like for the next body of work, is the plan to kind of hone in on one, or is it to kind of keep it like super open and a ton of range?
Yeah, so it really depends on what we pick, because the good and bad thing is that we've been writing like crazy. So we have about 2 albums worth of things that we're just kind of sitting on right now. So sorry, you're gonna hear squeaking. I have a puppy.
Can we please meet your puppy?
Can we meet them?
Yes, absolutely. His name's Knox. Knox, say hi.
That's
Knox.
a big puppy. Hi, Knox.
You gotta be a big dog.
Yeah, he's 8 months old.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But yeah, so the album is, it really depends on what we decide. Knox, please stop. What we decide to do, it could go in a lot of different directions. And then also Billy and I are writing a ton of like kind of electronic leaning stuff. So who knows at this point? Could go in a lot of different directions.
Fair enough.
Ooh, sick. So I want you to tell us your favorite lyric off this EP and the meaning behind it.
My favorite lyric? Yeah, so I think the one that I like is probably the most spontaneous one. So when we were in the studio with Mike Watts over at Voodoo in Port Jefferson, we were recording Run Rampant, and I had this kind of really long, like, ooh, like chorusy thing going on. He was like, no, it should be something different. And the day before, I had written a poem on my phone, and it was called 2 Trees. And one of the lines from the poem was 2 trees in the yard. He laughed so hard. And that became part of the chorus of Run Rampant. Whereas 2 trees in the yard. Yeah. So that's my favorite, because it was like the most, he was like, okay, you got to do something. And I was like, okay, here it is. And like 10 seconds later, we have a new chorus.
Wow.
That's really fast.
I love when people like incorporate the poetry kind of into the music, whether it's like a Fall Out Boy kind of thing where they give you a poetry kind of ballad right before they start the album, or if it's in the middle of the song. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that also. That's like my middle school heart. Even to this day, I'll always listen to Fall Out Boy and be like, yeah, that still rips.
Yeah.
I'll stand by that.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So can you tell us where your headspace is at while you're writing this EP?
Well, the songs come from over the course of a year, so it's really different places. A lot of it just comes from whatever I'm feeling in the moment. I know that kind of sounds vague, but writing music has kind of become like a general coping mechanism for just dealing with being a person for me. So whenever I feel something intense, I sit down with my guitar and things kind of just like spill out. So it's different areas of intensity breed different feelings of songs, which is also why you feel the range of the different textures.
Okay, that's really sick. That's really sick.
Does that make sense?
Yes,
so.
100%.
Okay.
It does.
Okay.
So how do you recommend your fans to listen to this EP for the first time? Should they play it in the car with friends, dark with headphones on? Should they blast at a party, work out to it? What do you personally recommend?
I don't think there's a wrong setting to listen to it in if you like it. I mean, if you don't like it, then there's probably lots of wrong settings. But yeah, it can be, it can be heard in any context. Even between just like the band members, we've played it at bars, we've played it in the car. We've been like, oh my gosh, let's dance to our own music, so we enjoyed it in different contexts, so maybe others will as well.
And if someone didn't like it, it's because they listened to it in the wrong context. There's no wrong context until you don't like the EP.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I'd go that far.
Okay.
Okay.
Usually I'll say if I don't like music, it has to be either one really bad or I'm listening to it in the wrong context.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I didn't understand why people liked metal until I started feeling the angst and intensity of metal, and then I was like, oh shit, this is what this is for.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. So this question should be super, super quick. Off the top of your head, I want you to describe this EP for new listeners in 3 words. No more, no less.
I would say honest, direct, and painful.
Ooh.
That's good.
That was quick. That was very good. So is there a certain feeling or emotion you want this EP to invoke in your listeners?
I'd like people to feel relatable and safe, like they have a home for emotions that are intense. I think a lot of people have feelings that aren't addressed in our contemporary world, and we try to hide them away. So I'd like people to understand that, whatever they're going through, we've been through it together,
Mm-hmm.
They're not alone.
Like a sense of community.
Community is a huge one, especially since we're queer artists. Reaching out to the Alphabet Gang
Mm-hmm.
is really important for us, and that's so much a part of the queer world is community and being able to understand and your shared trauma of just existing in a world that tells you shouldn't be alive.
For sure. So what was your favorite memory that you made while creating this EP?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. My favorite memory, recording or writing?
Just the entire process overall, writing to recording to masters being done.
And if you have favorite memories for each one, you can highlight each of those if you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So, I think one of my favorite moments is Andrelea and I had written a bunch of songs, and then I met our drummer, Billy Reimer. We met through mutual friends on a beach, and I remember the first time that I showed him the songs, he was so captivated and so excited and immediately down to work with us. And just having a musician who I respected so much be interested in our work was it blew my mind. I was like, what? And there's 1,000 other moments of us just refining and fighting and driving in a car. And Andy and I like to write as we road trip. And Andrelea, her nickname's Andy, but she so I'll be driving and she'll be putting a microphone in my face, and I'll be like getting down preliminary vocals, and she'll be like running around my apartment butt naked trying to like get guitar solo ideas with the microphone. Just there's just thousands of little moments like this that we share because it's it's like you have your chosen family in your band, and then you just get to be weird with those people.
Oh yeah. And it's awesome because it kind of sounds to me like you kind of already found like your dream team in terms of like artists you want to work with, and it's like you're still very new to kind of the whole like music side of things, right?
Yeah, my goal eternally is to be the worst musician in the room, and I really accomplished that off the bat. I'm like, okay, cool, let me just get this like Berkeley love child of Victor Wooten and God as a bassist, and like one of the best living drummers as my drummer, and just be like, okay, cool, I'm fine, I'm just here. It's truly humbling. Like they're awesome to work with, but it kind of also lets me be like playful. Like, you know how sometimes kids will just say a bizarre thing because they don't really know what's up. I get to be the kid in this scenario, which is really playful and fun.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Oh my god. So for this question, I want you to picture you're on tour. You're at a gas station for a rest stop. You're going in. What is your snack of choice?
Taco Bell.
So you want like a gas station Taco Bell hybrid?
Like I just don't like maybe water at a gas station. I'm just going to Taco Bell, like beelining, body by Taco Bell. Like
we're hitting a rest stop here, Lori. We're not just hitting a gas station.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Please tell me you don't trust the water from Taco Bell though.
No, I don't drink the water from I mean, if it's in a Baja Blast.
Well, yeah, because I got straight water once because I needed to refill my water. I took one sip of it. It tasted like cigarettes. I haven't gotten water from Taco Bell since.
No,
like cigarettes?
Yeah, it was nasty.
Ew.
My partner was in the car too. They vouch. It was disgusting.
Wow, that's a really specific, like, how did it even get there?
I don't know. And then it's like, but we got Baja Blast with it, and obviously it all comes out of the same fountain, and didn't taste like cigarettes.
Yeah, because they Baja blasted the cigarettes right out of it.
Yeah. But what's the go-to Taco Bell order for you?
So anything with like a black bean chalupa is going to be the one. Yeah.
Chalupas bang. So that is also my go-to.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. So on the topic of food, if the band was a dish, what dish would the band be and why?
Do you guys remember when Ben and Jerry's was like trying to do the promo award for people to make their own ice cream?
I do.
I feel like our band would be if each member of the band made their own ice cream, and then we like turned it into a milkshake, and then that was the flavor of it. Okay. I don't know if it would be like tasteful, but it would be a lot of different flavors in one cup.
Can we pinpoint some flavors here?
Okay, so I don't know. It's really hard for me to translate like musicianship into flavors.
I know it's a bizarre question, but we're in the bizarre point of the interview, so
I'm here for it. Like both spicy and sweet and vanilla, like peach and jalapeno, but also maybe mint. It wouldn't be. I don't know. I wouldn't want to eat it.
Yeah, it sounded like it was gonna work until you threw the mint in there.
I know, and then it went downhill from there. But sometimes it works. Sometimes you'll like bite into that and be like, oh wait.
I feel like it could work. You know.
I don't know. The mint's what's throwing me off because I feel like the jalapeno and the peach would like work well together with the vanilla. But I don't know. Like I feel like the mint might throw that off.
The mint might throw it off. Yeah.
But that's okay. You said it's not supposed to taste good.
I may just be like looking at my own photo too much, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm a redhead, so peach, right? But I don't think jalapeno and mint would go together separately.
Yeah, no.
Actually. Oh. Yeah, because don't you have like a mint jelly with like pork or something? And it's like you know, sometimes I don't know. I feel like I'm stretching it,
I
but
really like that you're trying to fit it into what
I
crazy thing that I said though. That I appreciate that.
exactly. I'm trying to make it work because there's a chance.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Stretch your imagination.
So for these last couple questions, we're actually going to shift away from music if that's okay with you.
Okay.
Great. So we're actually going to go straight to death row.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Why am I on death row?
Murder.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to know so much more about this. Okay, hold on. I'm too focused on the fact that I'm on death row. You asked me about my last meal. So there was like this special meal that my mom would always make, and it was like homemade seitan. She would bread it and fry it.
Ooh.
And she would do it for like me and my brother's birthdays. I would have that and like a copious amount of alcohol.
Nice.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, it's valid.
Yeah. Maybe tequila. I don't know. What's a death row drink? Mezcal, maybe?
We get it all.
Possibly.
We get
Yeah.
it all.
Yeah, just like give me an amuse booze, like a little bit of everything.
Mhm.
Fair enough.
Love it.
So if you could live in one fiction world for a week, where would you live?
I would live in Oscar Wilde's depiction of fully automated gay luxury space communism in his piece, The Soul of Man Under Socialism.
Haven't gotten that one before.
Yeah, we have not gotten that one before.
Yeah.
Great.
But that's where I would live because he it's actually like a little sad because it feels like it is fictional, but what he's talking about is kind of an ability to have humans pursue art full time and have everything else be fully automated, you know.
That sounds awesome.
That's where I'd live.
Oh yeah.
Very cool. So I have the honor of asking the last question. Every single person we've spoken to has actually said it is the most important question.
Okay.
What is your favorite color?
What is my favorite color?
What is your favorite color?
I would say my favorite color is like, how familiar are you guys with paints?
You know, I painted a little bit when I was, like 4 years ago, so maybe.
Okay. So I'd say that my favorite color is if you mix yellow ochre and Payne's gray together.
Okay.
There's like a specific ratio of those two colors, and it makes, I guess, a type of brown, and that is my favorite color.
Okay.
I have a master's in fine arts, so paint and colors, and I can nerd out about that all day.
Fair enough.
Yeah. That's really cool. That sounds good.
Hell yeah.
Good.
All right. So as Gloria said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
Yeah, I would love to just like say, if you're listening to this, check out Andrelea Bush's project Empathology. She's on Instagram as That Awesome Bassist. Our drummer Billy Reimer has a new amazing project called Thought Crimes. They're on tour right now. They just dropped an album. They're phenomenal. Pretty Criers, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, email, the internet, and that's it.
Hell yeah. All right.
Awesome.
Well, thank you for now. That's been Adea from Pretty Criers, and we have been the Good Noise Podcast.